Hello, my crafty friends. It's Tiffany here. Welcome to my channel. I have a fun and different idea for you today. It's a blind date with a book. This idea is super trending right now. Maybe you've seen it on Etsy or Pinterest. I know there are a lot of people who really love physical books, including myself. Of course, if I'm traveling, I like to have my Kindle, but yeah, I love books. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer to have a real book to read or if you'd rather use a Kindle or a tablet or your phone even, I guess. Well, I've seen several videos on this, and of course I had to change it up and put my own twist on it and use some pretty papers. Here's another example. Really springy. My friend Dina did this with pink butcher paper and they were really cute. I'll link her below. Maybe you're thinking, what in the world is a blind date with a book? Well, it's just a fun and thoughtful gift for the book lover in your life. You can add all kinds of fun things in the pockets. The book is all wrapped up, so of course it's going to be a surprise when they open it up and see what book is inside. You can so you'll have somewhat of an idea. You'll put a little tag on it that gives hints or gives you kind of the genre, so you can get in the genre that they might like. But I've got some fun things tucked in here. I put just a little piece of chocolate in there. I had these left over from Valentine's Day. But something flat, like a mini candy bar, mini Hershey bar or something, is perfect. A pen, of course, if you want to get... I decided to try to use some things that I already had. So I didn't order like any highlighters or anything. But these pens I had gotten from Hobby Lobby a little while ago on clearance. Super cheap. So I thought I'm going to use those because they're like extra thin. So that's perfect. I also had these sweet little pens that I had ordered when I did my little journals a few weeks ago for my church group. They're so adorable and they're tiny and they fit in there really well. And they're nice pens and they come in at like a pack of 36 for, oh, it wasn't very much. I want to say it was like $16, $17 or something for 36, maybe a little less than that, maybe 15. Sorry, I didn't write that one down, but I'll link everything below that I've purchased. Let's see, I also purchased these little magnetic bookmarks, and I think I'm gonna have to do a video with these, but it's just a huge package of... There are 84 bookmarks, magnetic bookmarks in here for $8.89, so $9. 84 of them, and they're a good, decent size. But I think I'm gonna have to, dress some of them up, and maybe I'll do a separate video for that. Oh, then I've got these little vellum tab markers, page markers, I guess. This was also like a huge pack, and I'm loving these. They're very sheer. You can kind of see through them if you wanted to put them, over certain spots in your book. There's 2,800 pieces. I guess that's, individual tabs, but for $7.99, but there is a lot in there. They're really nice, and they come on this nice thick back plastic. I also got some reading lists. Let's see, maybe I'll take these out. This is just something I already had. These are from Hobby Lobby. So cute. I've seen other people put, a little sprig of lavender, like silk, silk flowers, but a little sprig of lavender, but anything, any little flower leafy thing to tuck in there I think is really cute. So that was $6.99, but I got it either 40 or 50% off. So there's just 6 little things in there, but you know, 50 cents or so for those, but certainly not necessary. Use what you have. I did order these also. These are like a book tracker. Oops, sorry. I have stuff stuck to it. Book tracker list. And these are so cute, and they're double-sided. And let's see, find my list here. I think this was 60 pieces and it was $6.50, but there's a lot of cute ones in there, different colors. This one's my favorite one, I think, these two. So yeah, you can just pick, you know, whatever looks the best with your papers that you're using. Very fun, super cute. So you can kind of write down the books that you've been reading. It's a fun thing to tuck in there. And this is just a die cut. You can order, and I'll link them below. You can order like stickers that are themed towards books, book lovers. I decided not to order those because I feel like I have so many cute things already that I could just, you know, tuck on to make it pretty. So this is just a die, also from Hobby Lobby. Comes in a big package, something like this. Comes with just tons of beautiful flowers and butterflies and birds in it. Some tags. I did order these tags because I thought they were so pretty and they're perfect size. And let's see, whole bunch. I think it was 120 in there, and those were $6.59. It comes with the strings, which are jute, and I didn't love the jute with this, so I just added my own baker's twine to that. But you know, whatever, it's whatever string. Maybe you'll be happy with the jute. And then of course I had to make my own little bookmarks, which I always do with my 3-in-1 punch. So easy to do. I can link that punch also. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, you might want a little bit of ribbon. This is from Hobby Lobby also. The sheer. And I've used, so another fun thing is like a library pocket. And I had a few, like I had these that I've had forever, which are cute. You can certainly make your own with a scrap. It's super easy. There's plenty of videos out there on that if you don't have something already. But also I thought just to kind of keep the little things in there, that this is almost like a library pocket. These little, if you have some of these little bags around, little glassine or vellum bags, and I just kind of like cut down the side just a ½ inch or so like that and folded it down, so then it looks a little more, you know, like a library pocket where it has the taller top. But yeah, you don't need to do that. I just thought it would make it fun. So I've got one tucked in there. And this is just a clip that I already had. You might want some kind of paper clips to hold things on if you're using dies. So anyway, this is super easy, really. And you can order, you know, some butcher paper or some like a roll of brown craft paper. Yes, I am doing this different than the way everybody else does it. But I did use some plain pink paper for my base. So as you can see on the side, so I didn't use up as much of my cute printed paper, but Honestly, like I have so much paper, and this is a perfect project to use up your single-sided paper. You know, that thin paper. You want your paper to be more thin, and that makes it easier to wrap your book. All right, so sorry, that was a lot of talking. I've got a book here, so you'll want to find some gently used books. I mean, you can buy new books if you want to, but if you wanted to do this, this would be perfect for a craft fair. If you wanted to do this for a craft fair, you want to make it the most economical that you can, and so you'll want to maybe go to a thrift store or to a used book dealer. There are quite a few out there. There's thrift books, and I know I saw quite a few books there for about $3.50. You can do, I was just looking on World of Books. They have a buy 3 and get 1 free promotion for the $10 and under used books. And then it'll ship for $20. I mean, sorry, if you spend $20, it will ship for free. So I thought that was a good deal. And they had some that were around $4. But certainly if you go to the dollar store or thrift store, you can get them for, you know, $1.25 to like $2. This one, I believe, was $1 paperback. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see, where am I? And then you can go on, well, I'll talk some more about that, but you'll want to go ahead and write down like the title of your book, because a couple of times I wrapped them up and then I was like, oh, I don't even remember what book that was that I had all wrapped up. And so I had to unwrap it because it had been a couple of weeks and I couldn't remember what book I put in there. But all right, so what you'll want, and you can use absolutely just, and this is the lightweight paper from Hobby Lobby, and watch for it to go on sale because they're 69 cents each, but you can get them for, I believe, 40% off, so that makes it about, what does that make it? I don't know, 40 cents or something like that. And let's see, I have to decide how I want to do this. Oh, I didn't show you this one. Maybe I'll show you that one at the end, so we can go ahead and get started with this. I threw so much information at you. Okay, so you can totally use some butcher paper, some craft paper. I think you could even use parchment paper, because the only thing that's going to show is the side here a little bit and this side a little bit here. So that could be like a little peek, because parchment paper is kind of more see-through, but it would, you know, wrap up fine. But what I'm going to do is I loved this paper so much that I just got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to use this one again. And this works best with not a really big book, but you can use a decent sized book. Let's measure this one. Almost 5.5 by 8.5. So, and you might think, oh, you're not going to be able to wrap that with the 12 by 12 paper, but I will show you how in case you want to do it with your 12 by 12 paper. But yeah, you can certainly use wrapping paper, whatever you have. All right, so I'm gonna make sure I have about at least 3/4 of an inch on the top. I can kind of see where my book is through there. I don't know if you can see that. And about 3/4 on the bottom. And make a little mark. And I'm probably making this a little more complicated than it needs to be if you're just gonna, just wrap up your paper, your book like a gift, with some, let's see, 3/4, with, whatever roll of paper you're using. And then, yeah, you can skip this part if you're doing that. I'm going to trim that piece off right there where I made that mark. Okay, so I cut off about 2 inches, and I'm going to add that to the 12-inch side, so that will make it about 14 inches. And I'm just going to tape that together as perfectly as I can, making sure you get the ends. Okay, and this is going to be on the back, so it's not going to show where it's pieced together. Like I said, you don't have to do this if you want to just use a roll of paper, whatever you have. It would be fun to use like the pink butcher paper. I can't pick things up with my nails done. Okay, just trim that off. All right. And I have found that for me, a paperback is a little bit easier. And then make sure you've got your note written, what your book is. Sticking out, and then you can stick it back on after you wrap it up. Or go ahead and write your tag. But you can look up the book on Amazon or Goodreads, and make sure, like if you're at a thrift store, look it up and see if it has good reviews. And then when you're doing this, then you can look, Google that, or Amazon it, so you can find your keywords to write on your tag. All right, so I'm just trying to make a little crease where my edges are. Get it as straight as you can. And then I'm going to make sure my tape goes to the ends there, because that will help me fold it under more easily, since it's kind of tight. You don't have a lot of excess to play with. And like I said, this is not going to show, well, not much. You might have wanted to get that a little more centered, but it should be fine. Okay, and then you can just fold that in like you're wrapping a gift. No big deal. Tape that up. So I would say you wouldn't want your book to be taller than 8.5 if you're doing it this way. Which, I mean, that's a pretty average book. Just don't get the great big ones. Okay, and then we'll do the top. I like to just push that in, and then I do like to try to pay attention to where the front and the back is. Let's see. This is the front and this is the top. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but make your corners creased a little bit and it will look nicer. And you could, if you want to make it look really nice, you could use double-sided tape on the inside so it doesn't show, but it seems like for lighter colors, the tape doesn't show as much. Okay. There we go. So we've got our book wrapped up. And then, of course, we need to make it really cute. So I think, so this was another paper that I used from Hobby Lobby. With this one, I've got 2 papers on there. So all we're going to do is fold our paper in half and make a triangle with it. And I like to fold it backwards first. For some reason that seems to help it not crack so much, which you don't have to do, but I don't like it when the end of the edges are cracked. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to use that one on the inside. So I did use 2.5 pieces of paper on this, plus the one that I wrapped the inside with. So you'll definitely want to get your papers on sale, or just use whatever you already have if you're like me and you have a lot of paper. All right, you could, for the inside paper, you could just cut it in half here and just use one side. To me, this is so easy, and I have tons of paper, so I'm just folding it in half. That makes it really quick and easy. You certainly could cut this one in half. For the outside one, I don't think I would cut it in half because I think it looks so nice to have it doubled up and folded on that bottom edge. All right, so I'm just gonna do the same thing here. And I'm picky, so I like to make sure that I like the edges that are going to show. So all that's going to show is, I'm going to wrap it around like this. So this spot and this spot are going to show mostly, like right here where my hands are. So let's see, I want these to show. Let's see. I'm going to fold it this way, I think. Hopefully that's how I want it. And okay. And this really, I am making this more complicated than it needs to be. It was really simple. Oh, maybe if you can grab a hold of your papers. Just make sure you've got those corners matched up really well so it will look nice and straight and even. So you've got 2 triangles like that. Isn't that pretty paper? I love it so much. And then all we're going to do is, oh, got a little spot on that. Now you could have, if you wanted to use less paper, just wrapped your book in this one. But I kind of like doing the 3 for some reason. Oh wait, is that what I wanted to do? Yeah. And then also what you can do is add another, if you want to save on your pretty papers, I hope I'm not confusing you, as then you can add just a half a piece of pretty paper and wrap that around rather than using a full piece of your pretty paper. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that on there, and that's certainly not necessary either. And I did already cut that down to the size of the book, which is about 5 3/4 wide. It's a tiny bit big, but I am not going to stress about it right now. Kind of rub it in your tape so it doesn't show, or you could use some scrapbook adhesive on the inside. All right. Oh, I'm not sure if I love those colors together, but okay, I didn't love those 2 pinks together. So let's see. I think I might change. I do love those 2 together, so I'm going to change my mind. Okay, I am extremely picky, so I went ahead and changed the background paper. Now I'm going to just take my 2 pretty papers and I'm going to center them. So my point is up here kind of in the center, and I'm just going to wrap those sides around. like that. Now you can glue that there or tape it. The tape doesn't show too much right here. Okay, and then you can tuck that in, or you can cut it off when you're finished. Like tuck it under if you wanted to. I think it's easier to just cut it off. And then I'm going to take this one and wrap it around down below. Now, another thing you can do is if you have double-sided paper, which is what this one is, this is the back side of the paper, then you can fold it in a triangle and just offset like that. Don't fold it all the way up, and then use that and wrap that around, so you'll have the two different patterns showing. Okay, now on this front one, I'm going to go ahead and tuck this corner into this corner so it will look prettier. And then you can tape that if you want to. I like to put a little bit of glue on it so you don't have tape showing on the outside. Oops. Don't want to do that. I'll spill my glue all over everywhere. I'm just grabbing whatever glue I have, but I love this Fabri-Tac glue. It's great for something like this, because you've got a minute to work with it. I'm just going to put a little bit across there, just enough to hold it. Fabri-Tac is like hot glue in a bottle. Love that stuff. And you don't want it, you want it tight, but not super tight, because you've got to be able to tuck some things in there. And I like to kind of, you know, tuck something in there as that glue is drying, so that you'll know you're going to have a little space. To slide things in there. Okay, that's pretty. I'm happy with that. That's a cute tag. That would be cute with that too, wouldn't it? Just use whatever tags you've got. Certainly can purchase these pretty gold edge ones from Amazon if you want to. It does help me if you purchase things from my links. I earn $1.50 or something. Okay, so there's finished, and you can like slide it up a little bit if you prefer, which I do kind of like, and slide it up as much as you want. But that's all there is to it, really. You're just wrapping your book and folding up some triangles. Then I'm just going to turn that over, and I'm going to trim that off a little bit, and trim that one off. You certainly could trim those off earlier once you figure out how much you need, and, you know, maybe trim a little more off and have bigger scraps. That's all there is to it. Pretty easy. Whoops. And then you can go ahead and, you know, glue that where you want it to be, especially like down along here, to make sure your pocket is going to be a pocket, you know, have a bottom. I'm just going to put a little piece of tape on it for now. I think that's good enough. And then you can tuck your things in there. So let's see. I think I'm going to use this one again. I really like this little cactus one. Let's tuck that in there. And one of these reading lists. That in there. You could certainly put like a little ribbon, you know, punch a hole or put a little ribbon on one of those if you wanted to. And then what else do we want? A little, oh, I didn't show you. I did actually use one of my, I do have a video on this where I dressed up these jumbo paper clips. They turned out so cute, and I used these cute chipboard charms and stuff, so I'll link that video if you wanted to make one of those. That's perfect to go on there. A little bookmark paper clip thing. Yeah, I slid a turtle in there. I didn't want the red to show, so I just put it upside down. Let's see. I don't know if I would like any of those pens with it. That one's, maybe that one. Or, let's see. Okay, here's my mini pens. And they do come in different colors. You can get silver. I have some, here's the rose gold here. So they're so cute. I don't know. I kind of like the rose gold one. Let's see. Got some of those all ready to go. And maybe I'll, let's see, use that little bag to tuck the little things in so they don't get lost or fall, you know, down in there where they can't be seen. What else? You could put your pen in there, and maybe I'll grab another little sprig of flowers. Let's see. I do kind of like that white one with the little yellow center. Really cute. Let's see. Do I like that one? Oh, that's cute. I don't know. They're both cute. I kind of like the pink one. Alrighty. And then, let's see. Ooh, maybe I'll use the yellow bookmark. I know Dina was pricing hers around $15. You just kind of have to see, you know, how much you're spending on supplies. Okay, so I've got that pen, and then you can make a little bookmark, of course. Here's my tag. What else do I need? I think I want to add a little one of these. I just happen to have these. These were on clearance at Hobby Lobby. It was probably last year or last winter, but any kind of cute paper clip or the jumbo paper clips that I have listed in my paperclip video. I cannot get that out of there. Okay, there we go. Those are kind of fun, like a little bow. And then, I guess I don't need that with those. You probably want to use either or. That's too many flowers, but it's cute. I like that. And then some kind of ribbon, or if you had a die that matched with that. I don't know if I do have a die that matches that. I don't want to have, like, you know, overkill on the flowers. I love that butterfly. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, no, I don't like that there. I think simple is better. Let's see. And then you can make you a little bookmark. Let's see if I have another scrap here. Okay, I've got a scrap that's about 2.5 inches wide, and I'm going to put my lid on my glue. And it's about 9 inches long, but you know, make it however long you want to. I like mine to hang out from the bottom, so you can see it a little bit there, and stick out from the top. That's the 3-in-1 punch. It punches your hole and the top scallops. So cute. I will link that. You could round your corners with any corner rounder that you have. Makes it extra cute. Tuck that in there. You can put a little ribbon on it. Oh, I did tape that, so it's not gonna stick out from the bottom very well, but I think that makes it some extra cuteness. Tie a ribbon on there, make a cute tassel, whatever your heart desires. And then Let's see, we need a bow. I did have some fabric. Where did that go? Just some fabric that I ripped. I'm going to tie that around there to kind of cover up some of that space in the center. I think this is from Hobby Lobby too. My favorite craft store. Let's see if I can. All right, just like that. Let's see, that one's already got the dovetail. Oh, that needs to be trimmed. These are not the best scissors. Oh, I'll trim that a little shorter. Okay, clean up my mess a little bit. Isn't that cute? And then let's see, I'm gonna make sure my clip is showing. Maybe I should put it up here. Yeah. You can tuck your pen in here if you want to, and then a little chocolate. Tuck things wherever looks good to you. See, little chocolate, and you certainly could wrap your little chocolate in a scrap of paper. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Cut a little piece, like, we'll hurry and do that. Put the scrap here that almost got wasted. Not rocket science. Just cut you a little piece and wrap it around it. Makes it much cuter. Yeah, it's fun. Very cute. And you could tuck a little tea bag in there if you wanted to. I am not a tea drinker. Let's see, maybe I'll put that down there. But anyway, that is the idea. And then you could go ahead and write your tag. Let's see. I gotta find my pen. Okay, let's see if I can do this on camera. See. These tags are a little bit glossy. And yeah, hopefully it's not going to smear. My other one didn't smear. Oops. This pen doesn't always do the best on the thicker spots, but it's the only one I could find. So I'm gonna darken some of it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. I don't know if that's legible enough. Okay. I have trouble with Z's in cursive. Do you guys? Okay. Okay, I finished writing my tag, and I'm just going to tie it around my bow. Since that hole is too small to put your ribbon through, I'm just going to like tie both ends together like that. And there you go. And then, so if you're at the book fair, book fair, if you're at a craft fair and you've made these, and then people will have an idea of what kind of book is in there. And I just went ahead and wrote blind date with a book so they'll know what it is. Maybe you'll make a whole bunch and you'll put a sign up that says blind date with a book. But anyway, hope you enjoy my idea. If you like this video, please like and share it and subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribing just means that you're going to get notified when I put out a new video. That's all it is, in case you didn't know that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.